Following up on the Mirage Prime but Steel Path Circuit video that seems to have gotten a decent amount of engagement, I bring you pretty much the same thing again, but with Excalibur this time. As a reminder, this video is just meant to be a quick guide for you to get a setup going for circuit runs with minimal hassle. If you enjoy Warframe content like this and more, hit that like and subscribe button. That would totally make my day. The neat thing with Excalibur for Steel Path Circuit is that since he comes loaded with a really big, impressive sword, you won't have to rely on good rolls for weapons as much, if at all. The Exalted Blade, even with a mediocre build, is probably more than enough for enemy levels into the thousands, especially when you consider the many powerful melee boosting decrees that are available to you for the circuit game mode. Here's the Excalibur or Excalibur Umbra build I've settled on for now. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot. You could probably make a better build if you ignore the Umbra mods, but since Excalibur Umbra already comes with the polarities, I figured why not take advantage of that to perhaps boost power strength. The health and armor mods, on the other hand, they aren't gonna do too much for you when the enemy levels get into the thousands. This was supposed to be a first test build type of thing that I expected to redo and refine several times over, but this setup you see here performed way better than I expected. I was able to go on for well over an hour in the Undercroft with enemies hitting around level 4300. It didn't even have much issue with survivability, and DPS with the Exalted Blade weapon was pretty good. Of course, the Vauban in my team was very helpful, so yeah, a lot of how you do in the Steel Path circuit does depend on teammates and decrees, but it wasn't as if I was slacking on the sidelines. The thing you want to keep in mind with EXCAL, with the build I've shared at least, is to try and outpace your enemies, if that makes sense. Be on the move constantly while also trying to cripple their mobility where possible, and that's where Gloom comes in. This may seem a bit redundant or overkill to subsume in place of slash dash, but together with Radial Blind, you can pretty much halt enemies in their tracks for good. This helps a lot with the defense and excavation rounds. The only changes I might consider is maybe trading Prime Sure-Footed for Rolling Guard, as heat and magnetic procs are still kinda annoying. Or perhaps giving up Gloom for Hideous Resistance for a more reliable status immunity strat. Also, I had no Archon shards equipped on this setup, so there's still a lot of untapped potential. If you think you've got a better build for Steel Path Circuit, feel free to share them down in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. Otherwise, feel free to check out the Patreon. Gets you access to a bunch of stuff like all the premium channels on the Discord server, including one full of cats, regular streams, and Warframe farming sessions alongside other extras. Oh, and I'll also put your name up at the end of every video so the whole internet can see it. Really does help out small channels like this one, so please do consider checking it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.